How can we embrace imperfection in our lifestyle?
Wabi-Sabi is mainly used to describe a feeling or an aesthetic of things being imperfect. In short, we can call it the beauty of imperfection. However, can we make this mysterious Japanese aesthetic more relatable and infuse it into our lifestyle? Of course we can. Let me show you how.
Let's start with our home. That's the most obvious way we can adopt wabi-sabi in our lives.
As I said, wabi-sabi is widely known for the use of describing an aesthetic, so it makes it easier for us to adopt wabi-sabi into our home just by introducing rustic simplicity into the place where we feel most relaxed. One of the benefits of wabi-sabi is it's hard to duplicate, and that makes it uniquely yours. And there are tons of ways we can adopt wabi-sabi into our house.
For example, using earthy tone colors, display handmade furniture, using natural materials, and also appreciate the aging process of our things.
But of course, if rustic simplicity is not your cup of tea, we still can learn something from wabi-sabi.
It's more than how our home looks.
We don't need the cleanest or the most flawless items to make your house comfy. Be appreciative for what you have already owned. Similar to a home decor, a wabi-sabi wardrobe focuses on what we already have in our closet, instead of what has just been released. You guys know, I've said it countless times on my videos. I used to be greatly interested in fashion.
And I've invested tremendous amount of time, energy, and money on how to make myself feel good through dressing up. And now when I look back, I'm glad that I'm off the hook.
Because it will be so tiring to keep up with what's new. I know nothing is permanent, not even our clothes in our closet. Eventually, they will be unwearable. So it would be better if we research thoroughly, choose the right material that will age beautifully. Or maybe choose second-hand pieces that have already aged. Wear and tear might not be a bad thing, but not everyone will appreciate that.
And if you don't have to force yourself to accept it. To some, signs of wear and tear are little details that tell the story. Just like a seasoned boots. After a long time of wearing, it has the shape and silhouette of your feet that only fits perfectly on you.
Truth be told, I'm aging every second as I'm talking to you, an inevitable process as a human.
I've never worried about aging. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys don't really count how many more lines have creased underneath their eyes every year.
Honestly, I thought I didn't care how old I looked with this kiddie face of mine and nasally voice like this. I always wanted to not look like or sound like a kid. I used to look forward to aging, thinking that I would look good and mature, until I realized that might not be the case, and how bad aging will look on me. I can't take this, I look like my grandma. The most basic and the most easy way for us to appreciate wabi-sabi is start with the flaws we have on ourselves.
And we are kinda similar to a flower. We grow beautifully with smooth, tender skin, accompanied with healthy and energetic body.
However, nothing is future-proof unless you're plastic. I mean, I'm not talking about plastic surgery, but just literally plastic. There will come a time when the flower has to wilt and there's nothing we can avoid it. If that's the case, why are we caring so much about turning old? Shouldn't we just embrace the nature of life? I mean, we should, right? But I still wouldn't want to hasten my aging process.
So, I'll still try my best to slow it down with healthier food, applying essential skincare, and also exercising regularly.
But we all know aging is inexorable. We just have to embrace the process of aging.
Our wrinkles are cracks on pottery.
Instead of nitpicking our imperfections, why not acknowledge the journey we have been through and celebrate how good we feel about ourselves?
When it comes to work, jobs, or businesses, we always strive to be perfect because that directly affects the amount we receive and the satisfaction of contributing and bringing value to the society.
So, no doubt, it's a place where we flaunt our skills, make ourselves as efficient as possible, and stay competitive so we can be at the top. In this high-stress environment, it's no wonder why we are so afraid of letting others know that we are imperfect. We fear of negative judgment and we can't let go of being perfect. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that until perfection causes inaction. And I can tell you, I know how it feels. Recently, perfection has affected my video making process.
The thought of making the perfect video every time has paralyzed my action. I'll give myself excuse like I'm not in the right mind to make this video. It's still too early for me to work on videos like this.
I keep pushing projects back because I felt that I don't have the ability to make it perfect. So instead of beating myself up over achieving the best, maybe I should appreciate the beauty of the path created by imperfection. Most of the time, it's the perfection that is stopping me from achieving what I truly want. On the other hand, it's the imperfection, failure, and mistake that forms the foundation of an awesome work. If being afraid of making mistake is causing inaction, then that's the biggest mistake. If perfection is haunting you and giving you anxiety, why not look at it with a different lens? Remember, our job and our life are transient. It might seem significant right now, but it's not something that will last forever. None of these worries matter if we try to zoom it out and see a bigger picture.
Wabi-Sabi makes me realize that beauty lies beneath the eyes of the beholder.
Our definition of beauty differs from one another.
Even though what we consider as beautiful are infused by our society, culture, and media. But I have to say, beauty is subjective. Not everyone will love minimalistic design or wabi-sabi aesthetics.
We don't have to love it to coexist with people who are into it, and vice versa. We shouldn't judge others for what they like if that doesn't align with your viewpoint.
So, the appreciation of wabi-sabi can be as simple as slowing down and appreciate the sign of wearing and the story behind the tear. A sense of serene melancholy. That's what some people would describe wabi-sabi. For me, there's a band I listen to,
in which their music gives me a similar feeling of serene melancholy. And that would be the closest I would describe a wabi-sabi music, in my opinion of course.
And the band is called Cigarettes After Sex. There's always a weird sense of comfort and peace when I listen to their melancholy love song. We can utilize this concept in our emotion as well.
Appreciate whatever feeling you are experiencing or feeling, even the negative ones, like sadness.
In our society, sadness has a negative connotation to it. We see it as a form of weakness. It's depressing, and it influences people around you.
But it's still a healthy and essential emotion we should feel when we're experiencing loss and pain.
Some might say, happiness without sadness has no meaning. What can make us happy if we are constantly feeling happy and numb ourselves with joy 24/7?
There are values we can gain from the sadness we feel, whether it is to be more empathetic towards others that are going through the same situation or avoid similar circumstances in the future. But of course, what we want to achieve here is to have a fair balance of different emotions. We should accept and let go of sadness once we have received enough value from it, instead of totally rejecting our human nature of feeling sad. The word sabi also has a meaning of loneliness. Isolation is the soul of wabi-sabi. There's beauty in it as well, but I know the notion of being alone might repel all the extroverts and attracts all the introverts. Regardless, no matter what personality types you are, as long as you are a human, I think we all need some time for solitude.
That's the time when we can reflect and stay mindful with our life.
It doesn't have to be meditation. All we need is just some time for ourselves to be present instead of living our life hastily. We can also make use of this idea of solitude to remove distractions and addictions. Embrace the solitude and focus on your sole priority that is the most important. So that's how I apply this mysterious and traditional concept into my life. If you have any more crazy ideas on how to apply this wabi-sabi into your life, comment it down at the comment section. Lastly, I hope you can support this channel by liking it or sharing it with your loved ones, because I still can't grab hold of YouTube's algorithm. So your help with that can mean a lot to this channel. And if you're new to this channel, I make videos on minimalism and self-development. If you're interested, you can check it out after this. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again.